There's one chair under there, I think. Maybe?
Okay, it's 1 o'clock, we'll get back into session, County Commissioners. We have Lincoln Park Manor on the agenda. I think before we start, I'd like to just say a few words. It's about 2 years ago now that we first really got into Lincoln Park Manor after we received a fine, as most of you know. And as we struggled to decide what to do to keep that nursing home viable and open, was, I think, the number one thing that the commissioners had on their mind was to keep that open and keep it functioning. We felt that the care that we were getting at Lincoln Park Manor from the administrator was extremely good, and we had confidence in her. We realized that our building was getting old, and there were some deficiencies on the building side that needed to be corrected. The next year, I think we were in shock, I think, a little about what was going on. We really didn't know how we were going to do the upgrades that we needed to do. And about a year ago, Kelly approached us with a North Central Kansas grant to do an assessment on the nursing home, and after some thought by the commissioners, we decided to move forward with that assessment. It was done last summer. We received the results sometime in the fall. As all of you know, money drives this county. The price tag on it was a little frightening. But we knew that there were many areas that needed done. And so the commissioners mulled this over last fall, and we finally came to the conclusion that we would contract with Johnson & Camel, who had done the assessment, to put together a proposal to renovate the nursing home. And in December, commissioners led a forum in Lincoln at the Finch Theater to present those findings to you. Later on, we went into contract with Johnson & Camel. I was a little blindsided, I guess, last week. I assumed we were moving forward. I had, as commissioners, had asked Kristen on a couple of occasions if she was interested in continuing managing the nursing home, and she was. We have had criticisms that the assessment was all Kristen driven, that she decided what the priorities were. I have told people that is entirely wrong. All she did was to show the building and show the things that she thought needed corrected. Even though this may benefit her business to some extent if we would renovate it, it is not in any way her idea. It was commission driven. A couple of weeks ago, I was stopped on the street and accused of conflict of interest with the nursing home. I will be upfront with you. Yes, I have relatives. I have friends in that nursing home. I am there every week, at least once, maybe months. After I was confronted about conflict of interest, I did report to our county council the question that had been asked me. Within 24 hours, somebody is watching me, I guess, in Lincoln, reported that they had seen me go into the county attorney's office. I'm sorry. As a private citizen, I feel I should have the right to move around this town and conduct my business without being posted on social media. I was extremely upset. In fact, I was mad. And I will tell you right now, I came real close to resigning my commission seat. I will not sacrifice my family and my friends for the sake of this job. That's all there is to it. If you people do not feel that I can leave, then I ask you to get me out. But I have tried to be upfront with you people. I have tried not to hide any dollars and cents from you at all. $2.5 million is a lot of money to me, and it is to everyone else in this thing. the commissioners, we're struggling with money. We struggle with money every year, every day around. You come in, you know we spend thousands of dollars on equipment. It's not because we want to just buy equipment. It's because we have a need for it. I sat on the commission when I started. The assisted living building was not paid for. The rent that we were getting went to pay that loan off. The reason that we started, or that the reason the commissioners before me started levying money to support the nursing home is because they didn't have any money because it all went to pay off the loan. So now we're looking at maybe borrowing again and putting us in the same situation. People, it's tough. We'll have to raise taxes. I'll tell you right up front. And I will be a proponent for it. If we're going to go for this, I'm going to say, you're going to raise the mill levy, we're going to tax for it. We'll have to. We do have a plan out there to renovate this nursing home that we can pay for with web funds. Now, I know some of you think it is illegal for us to use it. The county attorney will back me up that we do have the right to use that money for economic development, and saving the job and saving the nursing home certainly would be economic development for this community. So, with that in mind, is the only reason we went ahead and signed Johnson & Campbell for $250,000 to drop the specs and present a plan for us. Since that time, it's been nothing but a headache. I'll tell you right now. I have spent sleepless nights on this deal and on other issues in this county. I'm about wore out, but I'm better, and I'm ready for this fight. But I want to tell you up front, I will not hide the truth from you. I will tell you what it's going to cost, and I will tell you how we're going to get the money. And it will come from the taxpayers. I'm afraid that's the only source we have. So, I'm sorry I was a little terse on this, but I think I needed to say those things. I have been quiet for about 2 months, but as I said, I think we have to do something for that nursing home. Now, if you people want to buy a $7 million project that we heard about last week, that's fine with me. Because I'm not going to pay for all of it. You're going to help pay for it too. But I'm telling you, we did spend about 2 years developing a plan to renovate that nursing home. The commissioners hadn't been sitting on their hands in years. And suddenly, it dawned on us, or we suddenly sprung this on you. We've been working on this problem for a long time. Because every week we come in with extremely large bills for repairs. All we were doing was patching the facility. It's time that we give it a good, fresh upkeep. And that's where we were, and that's where I'm at. So, with that said, to Kristen, did you want to talk about contracts? Is that what you're, the lease? So, you have your attorney in?
Yes, off in the corner.
Okay. So, I would entertain a motion at this time to go into exec session to discuss nursing home. Negotiations with Kristen for Lincoln Park Manor.
I'd so move.
Do I have a second?
Can I ask a question?
I need a second before I will open it. I will second it, yes, Joe.
I see negotiations as a viable reason for an executive session, but Kristen's contract is a matter of public record. I don't see why there would be any discussion related to it that would not be something that the public and press should have.
I will let Jennifer respond to it.
I mean, typically what we've done is gone into, it's up to you guys. If you want to talk about it in public, you can, but there's a provision within the statutes for us to go in with counsel in order to negotiate this.
I think when we are dealing with counsel, we need to. We will not make any decisions. All those decisions will be made in open. You will see exactly, before we probably even sign it, you can have a copy of it, but we feel that we need to discuss some issues with the current client. So.
Is this presentation going to have an impact on the discussion? Because if it is, I'm wondering why we feel the executive session before the presentation.
I wasn't
I don't think it
doing a
will have an
presentation.
impact on my negotiation, my contract with the county.
In Any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
How long?
Motion is carried, we'll go in, oh, we didn't say the time, Terry. I think we probably better go in for 45 minutes. 45 minutes, so that will mean we will come out at, 5 till 2, and we will meet, our executive session will be in this room, so we will ask, Dawn needs to stay and the attorneys, please. And Kristen, you want Mr.
I'm jealous.
Yes,
I believe so.
I'll
I'll double check
Never
though.
forget, we have these people, and since they're involved in it, and Don, county clerk.
I think Dawn's fine, I guess I don't know what the corporate, I'm in the dark as to what the corporate or what John Grace is.
Okay, yes.
So that would be the issue. Right now, our negotiation is with Kristen Robinson
Yeah.
and Justin as the LLC. And I think when